Yo, what is up guys? Good morning. This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, on point reviews all day, every day. Welcome back guys. It's a lovely morning here in LA and I'm going to talk about a fragrance that has been asked of me pretty much the whole entire year guys. A lot of people have been saying, do you have this fragrance? Please review this. And for me, guys, the reason why there was a holdup is because I knew it was somewhere here, okay? I knew it was somewhere here in my entire huge stash of fragrances. And so the past few weeks, I was actually looking for it. And finally, I found it. It's time to bring it out for those who really do want to know more about this fragrance. Now, this fragrance is a Xerjoff, and it is one of the most popular Xerjoffs. A lot of people buying this one. It's also being traded a lot in the market. This is none other than Xerjoff Alexandria 2. Finally, I found it. This was the vial that I was looking for, guys. Xerjoff Alexandria 2. I've been wearing this, guys, all year. It's just I misplaced it at some point. But again, like I told you guys, one of the most wanted, talked about Xerjoffs ever. So we will talk about Alexandria 2 today, guys. What is the scent like? What is the no hype review on this much hyped Xerjoff? Find out today, guys. So hang on tight. Let's hit the music. Okay, we're back, guys. Xerjoff Alexandria 2. Let's go spray this right now. Ooh, man. Amazing. So Alexandria 2, the inspiration behind that, it's named after the city, the Egyptian city of Alexandria. Real famous back in the ancient times. This city has the, the popular light tower of Alexandria, as well as the library of Alexandria back in ancient times, and the current necropolis. It is founded by Alexander the Great. So it used to be one of the greatest cities in ancient times, okay? So anyways, guys, I like this one because this is pretty appropriate, guys, for fall, winter, just based on the notes right here. Speaking of the notes, let's start with the opening, which in my opinion is the best part of Alexandria 2. This fragrance opens up with some real nice lavender, okay? Lavender, guys. Now, the lavender here is calming. It's soothing. Once you spray this and you smell that lavender, there is that part of that lavender that really calms you down, all right? For me, guys, it really does, okay? It's a real nice feeling. But it's also an interesting way of using the lavender because the lavender is blended well with, you can say, sort of like ambery woods, okay? And it also has a lingering green apple, guys, okay? So I think that this opener right here is pretty much the best part. So I really like it. These types of magical openings really do remind me of the time that I bought Arabian Oud Majestic Special Oud back in the day, where it was just so magical. Like I would open the cap, I smell it, I'm just like, oh, this is so nice. Spray it on myself, oh, this is amazing. And it's just one of those instances where like there's no purpose really, like I never thought about a specific purpose for buying the fragrance other than just enjoying it and enjoying the sort of like the inspiration behind it, or sort of like the visuals that it would give me whenever I would smell it. So it's very similar in a way, guys, for me, like Majestic Special Oud. In a way, Majestic Special Oud took me to, the Middle Eastern desert or Arabia, where in this case, guys, this one takes me to Alexandria, something ancient and beautiful, And so it's a real nice fragrance, guys. Just from the opening is really gonna be love at first smell for a lot of you guys. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that this fragrance is woody, guys, okay? It's woody and dry, all right? This one has rosewood, Brazilian rosewood on the opener, and then it does go to cedar and then eventually sandalwood. But then the strength of those woody notes are pretty up there, okay? So it's gonna be woody and dry. So you can expect that, guys, with Alexandria, and that's why I said that lavender is actually flanked nicely because you do have rosewood that goes with it, and then cedar eventually. So real woody and dry, don't forget that part. Now this dry woody note is also flanked by some powdery cinnamon, all right? So cinnamon is that warming note, sweet, spicy, powdery, goes well with the woody notes, okay? And so like I told you guys, it is one of the most amazing opening parts, guys, okay? So again, you've got that well-blended lavender. You've got the woody notes with powdery cinnamon and the lingering apple. Pretty unique, right? So this unique blend is really, really nice. Again, that warming cinnamon comes in. So really, when you smell Alexandria too, from the get-go, I think that you go through a lot of emotions just pretty much because of the blend, right? Because you do have the calming lavender, you have the warming, somewhat subtle, spicy, sweet cinnamon, and then you do have the strong woody notes to kind of keep you up, right? So it's really interesting, guys. And so yeah, you got cinnamon here, and it does complement this opening part very, very well. After maybe 45 minutes, the rosewood eventually bridges to a full rose, okay? So this fragrance does have rose. The florals here are basically rose and lily of the valley, all right? And the cedar does continue here. It basically continues the trend, guys, okay? The rose is already kind of set up in the beginning with that rosewood, but then it turns into a full rose, like I said. Nice lingering florals on the mid notes. Now headed towards the dry down, guys, it turns ambery sweet as well and woody with sandalwood. There's going to be some nice sandalwood here at the base, and then you are going to get some amber, musk, and vanilla, all right? You're going to have a powdery musk, actually. So if you guys like musk, you're going to have a nice amount of powdery musk here on the dry down of Alexandria too. So there is some oud here, guys, but in my opinion, the oud here is definitely subdued, okay? It's definitely subdued. You guys know where I'm coming from. You know, I smell a lot of oud perfumes where the oud is popping out. And the oud is actually, you know, the main star of these fragrances. But in this case, guys, like I told you, just like the other notes, the oud here is complementary. It complements everything, okay? So in this case, I do smell a sort of woody, spicy, and sweet oud a little bit, guys, on the dry down, but I wouldn't say this is an oud fragrance that with the oud popping out there. No, 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 no. The oud here is well blended into the dry down notes here in Alexandria too. Does this smell linear? It seems like it's one scent that lasts a really, really long time. And the answer is yes, guys. It does feel like that. Why? Because the notes here of Alexandria 2 from start to finish aren't really evolutionary notes. They don't really evolve to something else. Matter of fact, they are just sort of versions of each other in just different stages. But they do basically prolong the scent of the opener. You do have rosewood that turns to rose. You've got rosewood that turns into cedar, that turns into sandalwood. And then you've got cinnamon, for example, that goes into amber. So basically it does continue the trend, guys, of, like I said, ambery woods. Real nice blended ambery woods all the way to the dry down, and that's why it feels that way. You're going to feel like, oh man, this is such a long-lasting perfume, or the effect, the thing I love the most about it just continues on and on and on, okay? And that's really, like I said, because of those notes that do continue on, that have similar, you could say effects. I wouldn't say they have the similar profiles, but they have the similar effects that bring out whenever you smell these notes. And with that, this fragrance is very potent and lasts very long, guys, okay? For me, guys, 2 sprays is actually enough. I did 4 this time for you guys, but to be honest, 2 is more than enough. 5 days ago or something, I was spraying it just on my wrist, and it actually beat out every other fragrance that was on my wrist, guys, okay? And it felt like I already did a full wear just from 1 spray of the wrist, okay? So it's very potent, guys, very long lasting. Now, in terms of the sexes, guys, this would be great on a woman, in my opinion, all right? Alexandria 2 just has a lot of magic in it, all right? It's got some magic, all right? I think that any woman that goes to any social event, of course, semi-formal to formal would be nice, or a nice, rich, expensive dinner or something would smell amazing, okay? And there's something about Alexandria 2 that just spells authority, all right? There's just something about it that's very authoritative in how it comes out, all right? But it is magical, it is sultry, it is sensual, right? Because it does have, like I said, ambery, cinnamon type of notes. And then at the same time, it's got the woody notes, okay? So really, really nice for women, guys. I do agree for a lot of people that say, you know, it's a perfume that women will really smell great on. I totally agree on that. Now, on the guys, I agree too that this would be great for the guys. But when I think about a guy wearing Alexandria 2, I do think about a high-powered businessman, okay? And I mean, I just think about a guy that meets a lot of important people, ambassadors, politicians, other business people, okay? That type of guy, all right? Power suit and all. There's really something authoritative about this, guys, okay? So I can see it on somebody that wears a power suit or a business suit that does deal with a lot of high-level people. Finally, Alexandria 2 is a great intro to Oriental fragrances, okay? It's a great intro, and that's probably the reason why I don't have a full bottle of this, guys, because that intro, that initiation, so to speak, I went through that a long time ago, okay? So that's probably why when I smell this, I feel like it's a great intro for those that are probably just used to buying mainstream perfumes and you would like to get into the magic of, you know, sort of Oriental type of perfumes. Then Alexandria 2 is your best bet, guys, for like the first that you would buy, okay? Now, this won't be the last, but for me, this would be a really, really good intro to these Oriental type fragrances right here. Okay, so that is it. That is my review on Alexandria 2 by Xerjoff, guys. Again, thank you guys for requesting this. I mean, it really made me want to look for this vial around, you know, last few weeks. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you own it. What is your comment? What is your commentary? What is your opinion, guys, of Alexandria 2? I'm sure a lot of you guys have it. I see it highly traded right now, guys, okay? I open my Facebook. I see people selling it. I mean, I think I saw EJ Wells sell his. Maybe I should buy it. But I saw that a lot of people are actually trading this around. So I would like to know your feedback on Alexandria 2. What do you think about this fragrance, okay? And of course, if you guys are down with Xerjoff and the perfumes of Xerjoff, make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel and watch my multitude of videos about Xerjoff, a house I really like because it's just so damn diverse, okay? So we have many, many Xerjoffs right here on the channel. Make sure you watch them. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a great day. God bless. Take care. Peace.